settled a little below 2 meters per second. Late opportunity here for Maya McCoy, American who now runs for Liberia. Not sure if she's been cleared of the major champs yet, but close to 11 seconds this year in Florida already. What a season Van der Weyken from Luxembourg's had. Bronze medal at the World Indoor Championships. Really good starter, as you would think from that. Now we've got the two fastest twins in the world, the Clayton twins. This is Tia, who's kind of overtaken her sister Tina, who started their career probably the quicker the better, if you like, but Tia's the one to look out for. That World Indoor title is second one for Majinga Kambunji in Nanjing, when maybe thought others would get there, but her experience is so important. And talking about experience, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, perhaps the greatest female sprinter of all time. You can argue that one till late in the night anywhere, if you like, but two-time Olympic champion, multiple world champion. Zoe Hobbs of New Zealand next to her in lane 6. Then Amy Hunt of Great Britain. Many of these athletes were in China for the World Relays. And here is twin number 2. Those will be two twins, isn't it? Otherwise it'll be triplets. Tia Clayton of Jamaica in lane 8. Well, Shelley's been here most of the week, has been enjoying her time in Doha, been with lots of young athletes and in the schools, and they've really enjoyed having her here. You know, this is part of the farewell tour, if you like. What a career it's been, but I'm pretty sure she still wants to win. She's burning to win. So Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in lane 5, Kambunji in 4. Watch out for the Claytons in 3 and 8. Van der Weyken in 2 as well. Kambunji gets a much better start than Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and also going well is Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton's just got this one at the moment. Van der Weyken is close. It's going to be very tight on the line, but Clayton's going to get this. It's Tia Clayton, 10.92. Well, I said she's been running very well, and she's overtaken her sister career-wise, but now she's overtaking everybody else, and in fact her sister may have just nicked second place on this side. Fraser-Pryce tried to get involved in the end. Van der Weyken faded in the last 20 meters or so. Quickest in the world this year, and look at the wind reading, exactly 2 meters per second, so it will be legal. We'll wait to see this photo finish. What did you make it, Chris?
It was very, very tight, wasn't it? But it's a Jamaican 1-2-3. That we know. Clayton from Clayton. In fact, Amy Hunt, just coming up, has been given 3rd. Let's look at it again. But you're absolutely right. Tia Clayton gets out brilliantly. 3rd from right. Already leaving Kambunji behind. Then Fraser-Pryce comes back into it. And then Tia Clayton on the near side. But did Amy Hunt just sneak 3rd?
Well, if she did, that was phenomenal. That would be a personal best for Hunt, and it's just coming up confirmed.
I have Tia Clayton of Jamaica here with me after winning 100-meter women with a world-leading mark, 10.92. How does it sound to you? Did you expect to run so fast today?
Honestly, I didn't have a time in mind. I just came out here to just execute the race properly. I didn't do that because I didn't get the start I always get, but otherwise from that, it was a great race.
How was it to run with Shelly-Ann? Because of course this is her last year on the circuit, and it's maybe special momentum for her and also for her opponent.
Well, I've run with her already, so this is actually not my first time running with her.
Yeah. And we made the history today when you see name Clayton, the Clayton sisters on the 1st and 2nd position. So is it somehow special for you and your family?
Well, it's very special to me to know that me and my sister can come out here, back like what we used to do in high school, and to execute, and to just come out here to show the world what we are really made of.
You look a little bit tired, a little bit sad. Was it tough today, or you were just maybe a little bit nervous?
I wouldn't say nervous, but just a little shaky today. But we get together in the end of the season.
Perfect. We wish you good luck in the rest of the season and good times.
Hello guys, now Tia Clayton's victory over Van der Weyken's, Hobbs, Hunt and host of other accomplished athletes from Western nations is more than just a race, and it's a statement of Jamaican excellence on the global stage. The image of her crossing the finishing line first is the culmination of years of discipline, training, mental toughness, and the unshakable belief that she can conquer any field no matter who stands beside her at the starting blocks. And guys, what makes this victory even more powerful is the context. She was up against names that the track and field world respects, women who have built their own legacies. Yet, in the moment that mattered, Tia didn't just run, she commanded the race, and she showed that Jamaican sprint tradition is not fading but growing stronger with every new generation. Because the Jamaican sprint dynasty is one of the most remarkable phenomena in sports history, from the days of Meline Oti to Shelley Ann Fraser Price, Veronica Campbell Brown, and Elaine Thompson Hera. The country has consistently produced champions who dominate the world stage, and Tia Clayton's win is the latest jewel in that crown, a reminder that the conveyor belt of a talent in Jamaican keeps producing brilliance. And her race, I would say, wasn't just about physical power. It was a masterclass in a mental control. A track and field is much as battle of the mind as it is of the body. And on that day, Tia ran with the kind of composure that makes champions dangerous. And her start was sharp, her acceleration crisp, and her finish relentless. And one of the most inspiring parts of her victory is how it reflects the Jamaican athletic culture. Sprinting isn't just a sport in Jamaica, it's a national identity, a collective heartbeat. And the island schools championships, the legendary champs, are like Olympic finals in their intensity, producing athletes who are ready to face the world before they even turned 20. And Tia is a proud product of that system. Defeating sprinters from Western nation isn't just about bragging rights. I would say it's a continuation of a historic rivalry that keeps the sport exciting. And nations like the USA, Britain, and others have long been powerhouses in track, but in recent decades, Jamaica has often been the country they have to beat, and more often than not, Jamaica comes out on top. So this win sends a strong message. Jamaican sprinters, they aren't just in the conversation, they are the conversation itself. And the country's athletes are rewriting what dominance looks like in women's sprinting, showing the world that greatness isn't limited to big countries with massive resources, but even in these small countries, these black countries, where blackness is seen as something not to be proud of. And it's also worth noting that this is happening in an era of fierce global competition, with improved training methods, better sports science, and more funding in many countries. The gap between nations could have narrowed. Yet Jamaica still produces athletes who make the competition look like they are playing catch up. And guys, Tia's victory is a product of dedication. Let us give her flowers, not just from her, but from the entire Jamaica athletics ecosystem, coaches, mentors, training partners, and the nation that rallies behind its sprinters. In Jamaica, the crowd rose aren't just for winning, they are for effort, for grit, and the pride of representing the Jamaican island. And beating athletes from countries with much larger populations and budgets shows the power of focus and cultural passion. Jamaica proves that talent nurtured with belief and hard work can outperform sheer resources. So Tia's performance also represents a generational shift. The torch is being passed from one great Jamaican sprinter to the next, ensuring that the legacy of speed remains unbroken. Each new champion inspires the new wave, creating a cycle of excellence that doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon. And on the global stage, moments like these are more than sports. They are more than sports. They are national pride condensed in seconds. When Jamaica sees one of their own just cross the finish fast, and it's not just who wins, it's the entire island celebrating as one. So the dominance of Jamaican women in sprinting also challenges stereotypes and about small nations and their ability to compete with world powers. It's what I would say a lesson in how passion, discipline, and identity can outweigh sheer size. So the Western competitors she beat are no pushovers. They are seasoned, talented athletes. For Tia to not just win but command the race says everything about her readiness to be a global star. It wasn't a luck, it was execution, race strategy, and sheer will. So this win adds to the growing narrative that Jamaican track and field is the safe hands. Even as legendary figures near the end of their careers, athletes like Tia Clayton ensure that the Jamaican flag will keep flying high at championship events, and the global sprinting community will take note. Rival coaches will study her race, competitors will rethink their strategy, and sponsors will start looking for her way because they will know, because they will know, and they will definitely know she's not just a one-time winner. She's a name to remember, a legendary, a legacy to be left. For young athletes in Jamaica, this victory is a visual lesson in what's possible. Kids watching her race will see someone who grew up in the same communities, walked the same school tracks, and yet now stands at the top of the world. That's the kind of inspiration that you can't measure in medals, because it's also a win for women in sports, and a reminder that female athletes deserves as much recognition, respect, and investments as their male counterparts. And Tia's victory proves that women sprinting can command the same excitement and glory as any men's race. And just to finish, I'll leave you with this. I believe that Tia Clayton's triumph over Western sprinters is not just a race result, it's a story of heritage, discipline, and unstoppable will. It's another chapter in Jamaica's ongoing sprinting saga, one that the world will keep reading with admiration and perhaps a little envy for years to come. I have been your presenter, and this marks the end of this session. And please don't leave without subscribing. Give us a like, share our content. We are going to greatly appreciate. Thank you for those who've subscribed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for getting up to this point, listening to us, and also supporting us by your views, supporting us by your subscriptions, supporting us by your likes. Man, we love you so much, and thank you once again for our subscribers, for our returning subscribers, for those who've subscribed right now. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to see you in my next video. Goodbye.